Let me speak to Ralph. And also, Ralph, the process is just about to get underway. The numbers don't seem so encouraging. Do you think that the young people and all other persons are getting the seriousness with which Galamsey is and joining this movement that you and your colleagues are on?
We thank John Dramani Mahama so much. That's the least I can say. I think that John Dramani Mahama has exhibited that kind of leadership that Ghanaians can clearly see that fix the country people are not making sense. It is not true that Galamsey is destroying our water bodies. It is not true that our water bodies have been destroyed. All that has been happening on the media, on our platforms, you know, it's not true. Galamsey is really not really in a deplorable state, as we call it. So we thank the president. He should keep it up. But all that we are saying is that those that think that this is what will call for some level of, you know, enmity or shaming the government or anything. So remember that I have here. Yeah. You can hit me today.
But remember, the future awaits all of us.
That's the least I can say.
That's the least you can say. Thank you very much, Ralph. And he's part of the organizers for this protest, talking about how things are going to go. So pretty shortly, the protest march is going to start. We are at the Akramo Junction, the bus stop. That is Spanner Junction, where the protest is going to move right from here to the Jubilee House, where it will conclude. We've heard from Oliver Bakovomawa, who says they are not going to present a petition. It's not their thing. They know when it comes to matters of illegal mining, it is public knowledge that the devastation that is being caused, and they do not have to present a petition for the government or any public institution for that matter to get to know that illegal mining is a serious matter that have to be tackled. So they will just undertake this protest march, end at Jubilee House, and then they will terminate, and then hopefully the message would have gone down enough for the government, the president, and everyone to know that illegal mining continues to destroy our rivers, and they demand urgent action. And so, for the team back in the studio, this is how things are going here as the protest sing some chants. Let me take you to them, and you hear some of the things they are saying. So yeah, they are just mentioning a couple of the erstwhile government officials and asking them to live up to the words and the kind of things they said in the lead up to the 2024 election. They do not believe that the government is treating this matter seriousness, despite conceding that the government is relatively new, and therefore a couple of the slack that they didn't give the previous government, they are going to give that. But they are going to continue up until the government decides that this is a serious matter that must be dealt with. So that is the situation here at the Spanner Junction, where the protest march is just about to begin. Just about a dozen of the protesters now available, and they are going to march up onto Jubilee House.
Simply telling the Galamseyers that if they manage to get the gold, whether through foul or fair means, he is ready to buy them. Again, he confirmed through his press engagement that indeed he could be buying gold from Galamseyers to as much as $4 billion out of the $6 billion he has exported. That, for us, we believe it's a cause for concern, because the president is giving us an indication that he could be buying illegal gold from criminals and exporting, and that is what he's anchoring his government's transformation plan on. Then we cannot trust and believe that he is going to put measures in place to end Galamsey. Because should he succeed at ending Galamsey, what he is telling us is that he may be running short of $6 billion, $4 billion out of $6 billion possible exports. We are begging, pleading, and appealing to the president and the NDC government that we beg him, he should prioritize our lives and the environment over money. and that we are not interested in how much money he is getting from these criminals. If you want to move away from the data to how these things can be proven with the impact, that is where we are standing now. The fact that the Kwenyako water treatment plant for the first time have had a cause to shut down the water plant. The fact that the people of Kwenyako, Agoda East, Agoda West, Gomoa Central, and close to 11 districts do not have water to drink and do not have water to even wash their things is evidence enough to show that the situation has worsened. And we are sure that now that we have presented this to the government, they will take some decisive action and not continue to repeat the same old strategies they spoke against.
As the Anyesu River continues to flow muddy, residents of Kwenyako and surrounding towns are left to grapple with water scarcity and health risk. For them, the fight against Galamsey is no longer a political debate. It is a question of survival.
But at the end of the day, residents are asking, until when will this water continue to be this thick brown? They are calling on leaders, they are calling on the government to ensure that this very area, that is the Kwenyako area, they have potable water here to use.
For Joy News, I'm Jacqueline Ansama Yaboa.
How did yesterday's vigil go for you?
I don't know why yesterday I was so excited. It was refreshing to be back again on the street. It was refreshing to see colleagues who had a year proud being arrested, kept in jail, to find each other again. It felt like family, and I was very happy to be able to join colleagues and raise their awareness about this issue.
So what is going to happen today from here to Jubilee House? What exactly is the plan?
So the thinking is, we always say that the protest is explained as we're moving from point A to point B. That's it. It's a walk, but it's the most significant walk you can endeavor on. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to walk. And that's what we're going to be doing, raising attention to the issues that we've been talking about consistently.
Will you present a petition at Jubilee House?
Oh, no.
Because I know you have been averse to presenting petitions in the past protest.
We don't do petitions. I think that our petition, our voice on the street, those who want to understand the issue can join us. We've been writing and talking about this issue consistently, that the positions are clear enough, and so we don't perform.
Yesterday, before you arrived, Mustafa Bande had come in to try and convince the protesters to disperse because he believes that there will be other avenues to communicate with government. What do you make of that? And there was, of course, some rebuttals from certain elements within the government telling him that should not have happened. What did you make of that?
But I think for me the most important thing is the shift that we have seen over the past few weeks. We fought for almost 4 years about the citizens' right to petition their seat of government, to stand there and raise their voices. We've seen that. Now nobody was raising any concerns. The president is out of the country. It's a different change of environment. So if today what we are contending with is a government official coming to tell people stop it, I think that we've made progress. Maybe tomorrow they will understand and join the protest, but I think the progress is being made.
The protest is about to start. Let me ask you one last question. Yesterday, some of your colleagues spoke about how young people do not feel the urgency with this. Some of them are not coming out in terms of the numbers. If this was a political party rally on any matter, the numbers would have been much, much, much more huge. Does the numbers make any difference for you?
No, absolutely not. I think let's be clear on this. I do not share that sentiment. I do not think that the responsibility about fixing this problem should now become a young people's problem. We shouldn't look for the fact that those who are duty bearers have failed us to now become that the fact that young people did not show up, it means that they are not serious. They have been serious. They have been knocking on this. There are many times where they have been on the streets in their numbers. And so there's a sense of desperation, there's a sense of maybe losing the belief that duty bearers can care about it. So it's not their problem. It's the fact that we have elected people to fix this problem, and they must fix it.
Thank you very much, Oliver Bakavoma, all best. And so that's Oliver Bakavoma explaining to me what is going to be today. Prior to today, we had a certain information that petitions may be presented at the Jubilee House. Oliver Bakavoma, who is leading this protest, says that is not going to happen.